This is Howie Sandberg for Northeast Hardcore Wrestling. Mistletoe Madness is now in the books. Ladies and gentlemen, what a show it was. Northeast Hardcore Wrestling heavily involved, featuring the main event, the annual Hardcore War Games match. On one side, Team Sandberg, led by Hitman Howie Sandberg, his best friend Awesome Force, and the legendary underdogs, Spectacular Steve Seneca and Relentless Ricky Magnum, going up against the Lords of Hardcore, F the Office Freddie Fuller, the Mud Show Outlaw Iggy Crumb, Manu, and Deadbolt Darrow. Blood was shed. Careers, I dare say, were shortened. Perhaps careers were ended. Who is to say? One thing is certain, there were some sick bumps in this match. Seneca climbed the rungs to get to the top of the ladder and flew down with a gorgeous moonsault. The Macho Outlaw Iggy Crumb is either a daredevil, a psychopath, lacking brain cells, has CTE, or simply has a death wish as he climbed to the top of the cage and performed a coffin drop all the way down to the announcer's table. Fortunately for him, he landed on Magnum. Unfortunately for Magnum, he landed on Magnum. The table was shattered in a million pieces. EMTs and stagehands would attend to the scene and the wreckage. But that was not all. There was a double super kick that Manu took, both sides of the ladder converging on the Samoan murder machine. The native beast could not have been feeling good after that maneuver. And then, late in the match, F the Office Freddie Fuller brought a bottle of gasoline into the ring and a cigarette lighter. Awesome Force was set up on a table. He was going to set Awesome Force ablaze. Enter Hitman Howie Sandberg, the hero to save the day. Right? Fuller barked at the Hitman. He talked trash. He said, if you step 1 foot further, I am going to light your best friend on fire. He pointed at the mat and said, Sandberg, what you're going to do, if you want Awesome Force back and not to be set ablaze, you are going to lay down. And the Hitman stood there, the look on his face almost indescribable, a look of anguish, rage, fear, despair, contempt, all rolled up into one. What did the Hitman do? He laid down for Freddie Fuller? That's exactly what happened. The 1, 2, 3. The Lords of Hardcore would win it in controversial fashion in a stunning turn of events. The story here, folks, is not that the Lords of Hardcore got booed after this match. Of course they did. After the show went off the air, the Hitman was booed by a good portion of the audience. Stunning. In another marquee matchup, it was a triple threat match for the Northeast Hardcore Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship as 3-time world champion Johnny Legend defended against the Silent Assassin Ryu and Ravishing Rude Runo. Folks, this was a dogfight. Each man brought everything except maybe the kitchen sink. A 5-star instant classic, many people were calling it. And in the end, it sure looked like the Silent Assassin Ryu was going to win this match. He executed his go-to move, one of his finishers, from the top rope. Broken silence. Runo would fall. But John E. Legend took a barbed wire steel chair, cracked it over Ryu, got him out of the way, and Legend stole the pin. Ryu did the work, and Legend scored the pin for the 1-2-3 over Runo. Legend still Northeast Hardcore Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion. In other Northeast action, The Devil's Own, the Red Hot Devil's Own, proving they are a force to be reckoned with, defeated Chaos Knight Jr. and Chaos Knight Sr. In interpromotional action, Double H defeated Kim Kong. What a spectacle this was. What a grand entrance by Kim Kong, being lowered from the rafters in a sex swing. In the end, the crafty veteran Double H would prevail. Total Anarchy took place last night from the Cross Insurance Arena in Portland, Maine. What a show it was. The opening match featured Hitman Howie Sandberg going up against Deadbolt Daryl. The Hitman would reign supreme. He would be victorious via the sharpshooter. There were a smattering of boos throughout this match by the minority of fans, I should say, but they were a very loud contingent at one point. Let's keep an eye on this. Also in action, Brock the Pulverizer made his in-ring debut, decimating 3 jobbers. Legion Cage would run out to the ring. It looked like he would attack Brock the Pulverizer, at least he intended to, until Brock turned around. Cage tried to play it off cool. Brock wasn't having it. Jackknife Powerbomb. Match would be set for Deviant Behavior. Legion Cage versus Brock the Pulverizer. Elsewhere, in a major upset, Heart and Soul defeated the reigning tag team of the year, the Iron Warriors, with Sweet Larry Sauer. It looked like the Iron Warriors had this one in full control of the match, but they got cute. It was hubris. It was arrogance. They had several attempts to pin Jazzman. They did not do so. Instead, they dragged him up by the head. They wanted to continue the punishment, and it looked like they would get away with it. They were setting him up for their finisher, the elbow drop backbreaker combination. You do remember Demolition. Only they took it to the top rope instead of the middle rope. They didn't realize Christian Michaels was the legal man. And lo and behold, before you know it, the hold was broken up. Michaels leaps to the top rope. What an athlete he is. Spanish Fly, 1, 2, 3. Arguably the biggest win in the career of Heart and Soul. There will be a 6-tag team Money in the Bank ladder match at Deviant Behavior. So it might not be the last that these two teams see each other. Also in that match will be the Devil's Own, the Dirty Dicks, XS Express. Everyone loves those little guys. As well as 2 hardcore MFers, Manu and Deadbolt Daryl. Total Anarchy had a very controversial yet compelling shoot by one Intercontinental Champion Princess Peter, claiming that there is all kinds of hypocrisy going on in Northeast, that there is gaslighting and bigotry happening, citing social media, citing the infamous FWA chat, saying he is not responsible for running people off social media, that he is not responsible for running people out of the FWA, but that they need to take a long, hard look in the mirror at their hypocrisy, that he is just a gay man looking to live his life in any way, shape, or form that he sees fit. Very, very interesting. Khalil the Lion would come out looking to get himself a piece. Again, it did not happen. During that promo, Peter said that at one point he wanted Khalil's ass. Now he just wants to kick it. Khalil couldn't quite get his hands on either Peter or Bubba. Peter did say, "You hate me because I'm gay." To which Khalil remarked, "We don't hate you because you're gay, Peter. We hate you because you're an asshole." Total Anarchy was one hell of a show. In other action, the Devil's Own defeated the Knights once again. Double H and Chaos Knight Sr. brawled at ringside in a preview of their match at Deviant Behavior. Chaos Knight Jr. took the pin, was on the receiving end of a double team. Out comes Lightning Mountain to save the day, to save the Young Buck from a brutal assault. Now, let's make no mistake about it, Lightning Mountain has been frustrated as of late, claiming other wrestlers do not have his back, but here he did the noble, honorable thing, staying true to his core values. Lightning Mountain, you, sir, take a bow. In the main event, Awesome Force, one-on-one with Freddie Fuller. This was a highly contested battle, back and forth. The Maestro once again getting involved. Outside interference, before you know it, T-bone suplex, and Fuller with yet another victory. Yet another match plagued with interference from the Maestro. And then, after the match, they would tie Awesome Force up in the ropes, and the Maestro would berate him and pie-face him, slap him over and over again repeatedly. Attention, attention, because this ain't a stunt. The judges are racist, the jury's corrupt. Attention, attention would hit, and out comes the Hitman, this time to a loud pop. Fuller, the crafty, resourceful, devil without a cause, the pathological obscenity. He got out of harm's way. The Maestro did not. He begged off. He pleaded with the Hitman. We can still be friends, he said. I will never betray you again, the Hitman says. You're right. You will never betray me again because there will never be an again, bitch. And what did he do? He took a steel chair with him out to the ring with barbed wire, and he smacked it over the Maestro's head. He slammed it over his back. He cracked his back with it repeatedly, and then, at long last, he put the Maestro in a sharpshooter. Retribution, finally, for Hitman Howie Sandberg. He will go one-on-one, one more time, with Freddie Fuller in an exploding ring match at Deviant Behavior. Now, something has to give. Sandberg lost in an exploding ring match last year at this very event to Big Dread Vetter. Fuller came up short in the exploding ring match at Fall Brawl against John E. Legend, so someone is going to get on the winning side of the ledger. Who will it be? Rumors abound. Movers and shakers, relocations, in the news. Hitman Howie Sandberg on the move. The rumor mill is running amok right now. The Hitman's contract is coming to an end. Will he remain in Northeast? Or could he, I dare say, be headed somewhere else? Go west, young man? We shall see. Nick Nitroglycerin. We have not seen the legendary Nick Glycerin in over a year. And rumors abound that he is returning. Where will Glycerin wind up? Will he be back in Northeast Hardcore Wrestling? Could he head west to California? Or could another promotion sneak in for his services at the last minute? I'm hearing Georgia Elite Wrestling has interest. I'm hearing Mid-South Wrestling has interest. Who wouldn't have interest? Nick Nitroglycerin makes promotions better. Nick Nitroglycerin is a draw. Nick Nitroglycerin equals ratings. Rockstar Razor Seether and the New Jersey Devil. They, too, have been rumored to be perhaps leaving their respective promotions. We will keep an eye on that one as well. Young superstar, the Filipino sensation, Eddie De Los Santos. Some of the bigger promotions are making a play for his services. I'm talking about Northeast Hardcore Wrestling, California Elite Wrestling, Lucha Revolution Wrestling, CWF, Mid-South Wrestling, Mid-Atlantic Wrestling. Apparently they see a star in the making and they want to sign him on the proverbial cheap while they still can. So much going on in the world of the FWA right now. It is an exciting time to be a fan. Last but not least, in the rumor mill, the legendary tag team of the Underdogs. There has been a scuttlebutt for some time about a reunion with their longtime friend and partner, the Phoenix Steve Christensen, who resides in Mid-South Wrestling. Will this be a scenario? Will this come to fruition? Will the Underdogs move to Mid-South Wrestling, or will the Phoenix sign with Northeast Hardcore Wrestling? Or will they all wind up someplace together, somewhere else entirely? Or will they not move at all? It remains to be seen. Ladies and gentlemen, all roads lead to the Deviant Behavior pay-per-view on January 21st. I will be back with a preview of that show. In the meantime, thank you for listening. Tomorrow night, Calgary, Puerto Rico, and by golly, there's another promotion I believe that I'm just forgetting off the top of my head. This has been Hitman Howie Sandberg for Northeast Hardcore Wrestling. We'll see you next time on the proverbial flip side.